From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the News 8 Daily 8.
Now the latest news.
Kylie Conway has all the news you need to know.
And more.
Please stand by.
Now, here's Wish TV's Kylie Conway.
Hi, this is Kylie Conway, and this is the News 8 Daily 8 for Wednesday, August 12th. Two officers with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department have been indicted after a violent curfew arrest on May 31st. Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears announced charges against the officers today. Mears says a Marion County Grand Jury indicted the officers. Officers Jonathan Horlock and Nathaniel Schauwecker each faced multiple charges. Horlock, an officer of 5 years, faces charges of battery resulting in serious bodily injury, battery resulting in moderate bodily injury, battery resulting in bodily injury, perjury, obstruction of justice, official misconduct. Court documents reveal that Horlock faces perjury and obstruction of justice charges for making false statements about one of the women hitting an IMPD sergeant. Schauwecker, an officer of 8 years, faces charges of battery by means of a deadly weapon, battery resulting in moderate bodily injury, battery resulting in bodily injury, 2 counts there, official misconduct, 2 counts. And the prosecutor's office says the grand jury consisted of 6 grand jurors and an alternate, all of whom reside in Marion County. Video taken by our own News 8's Richard Essex on the evening of May 31st showed IMPD officers strike and shove 2 women who were out 45 minutes past the 8 p.m. curfew. Ivory Westfield, one of the women in the video, was struck multiple times with pepper balls and batons. Rachel Harding was shoved to the ground after asking why her as Westfield was being struck. Lawyers for the women say they did not know each other prior to the protests and that Harding had agreed to give Westfield a ride home. A federal lawsuit was filed on their behalf in late June. And following today's indictment, Chief Randall Taylor of IMPD released a statement, says here, "I hold great respect for our criminal justice system and have faith that this process will deliver a just outcome. These officers will remain on administrative duty with no police authority. While our internal investigation will continue, it is my intention to address our administrative review of the officer conduct at the conclusion of the ongoing criminal prosecution." Indianapolis saw 3 separate deadly shootings this morning. They were peppered across the city. The first happened at 6:30 this morning in the 4200 block of Muller Road. Police found someone shot to death at a home there. The second was shortly after in the 400 block of Powell Street. Another person shot and killed in some sort of random home invasion. Police aren't saying if the shooting happened inside the home or if the person who was shot is the intruder or somebody who lives there. And finally, the third shooting happened just before 9 o'clock this morning. A man was found dead at a gas station on Emerson Avenue just off of I-70. Police are sharing little details surrounding any of the shootings. A spokesperson for Mayor Hogsett says the mayor is combating violence from every angle, including increased funding in the 2021 budget for violence intervention prevention-based programs, and went on to say, quote, "Curing violence in Indianapolis will require a community-wide effort, and we are committed to empowering residents to promote safety in our neighborhoods," end quote. Indianapolis now sits at 141 homicides for the year. This time last year, that number was at 93. The statewide moratorium on evictions is set to end Friday. Housing advocates say thousands of Hoosiers struggling to pay rent could soon be homeless. The state did boost its rental aid program by $15 million. On Monday, Indianapolis officials voted to pump another $7.5 million into the city's rental aid program, but together, the 2 programs can only afford to help a fraction of Hoosiers in need. Advocate Andrew Bradley says data shows an estimated 250,000 Hoosiers need help making rent due to COVID-19. He says landlords waiting for payments will likely begin filing for eviction immediately after the moratorium ends. A federal housing order signed by President Trump over the weekend does not halt eviction proceedings. A new report published by the Aspen Institute estimates 30 to 40 million Americans could face evictions without another stimulus bill. Utility companies in Indiana can begin shutting off service for non-payment after this Friday. The Indiana Utility Regulatory Committee announced this morning it will not extend the moratorium to prevent disconnection. It's been in place since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. The IURC is suspending collection of late fees. It's also requiring utilities to offer long-term payment options for another 2 months.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Sue, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
State health officials reported 671 new cases today. Those were confirmed within the last 7 days. Now more than 76,500 Hoosiers have tested positive. Another 15 people have died. Those deaths happened between August 3rd and yesterday. So far, 2,878 Hoosiers are confirmed to have died from COVID-19. To Indiana schools now, Governor Holcomb wants to delay counting how many students are enrolled for the fall. He's calling on the State Board of Education to have a special meeting to find a solution. The goal is to make sure K-12 schools receive all the funding Governor Holcomb committed to them earlier this summer. And Holcomb doesn't want to penalize districts that use virtual learning. Over 30,000 e-learning devices are going out to IPS families this week. Families pulled into a drive-through line to get bags filled with supplies their teachers think they need for the year, all while catching a glimpse of a familiar face they were looking forward to seeing at school. The bags are filled with learning devices, musical instruments, workbooks, but it doesn't provide everything families need. One mother said that she had to make some sacrifices to ensure her children got the education they needed. She's actually quit her job, staying home to do that. Schools say by having a plan and making sure students have the materials they need, they can help make the year a little less strange and maybe even exciting. Devices are going out to students the rest of the week at IPS. The district says everything should be tested and working, but parents should let them know if they run into any problems so they can be ready when school starts Monday. Parents can learn more about the IPS e-learning plan through a virtual event tomorrow. The Parent Institute starts at 5 p.m. via Zoom. Superintendent Alicia Johnson and other district leaders will talk about what e-learning will look like for students and answer questions. We have a link to register for this meeting on wishtv.com. More than 200 students in one central Indiana school district are quarantining. So now it is switching to remote learning for 2 weeks. The Star Press reports Delaware Community Schools closed Delta High School and Middle School last night. The superintendent told families the schools seem to keep ramping up with exposure and symptom-related issues. He said that the break should allow the district to get parents' attention and students healthy. Joe Biden and his new running mate, Kamala Harris, took to the stage together for the first time on the campaign trail. The former primary rivals are in Biden's hometown tonight for an event unlike any other in the modern political era. The COVID pandemic forced the pair and their families into a socially distant space. And Biden had even asked the California senator to join the ticket virtually. While historic, the pick is polarizing. Some on the left view Harris as too centrist. The Trump campaign paints her as too liberal. Biden believes Harris is the right partner to help energize the base and work towards victory in November. Another dynamic at play here was that Kamala Harris was very good friends with Joe Biden's late son, Beau Biden. They both served as Attorney General. They forged their relationship through their mutual work, and she spoke about her relationship with Beau extensively in the interview with his vetting team. Big 12 football is a go. The conference released the schedule today with the first games kicking off September 26th. The reasoning, students want to compete and the board thinks sports can be conducted safely. So athletes in high-contact sports, which are football, volleyball, and soccer, will be tested for the coronavirus 3 times a week. A positive test means that athlete will go through a number of other tests, including a heart exam, before playing again. For fans, each school will make its own decision about how many people will be allowed inside stadiums. In less than 2 weeks from the race, IMS reveals this year's pace car for the Indy 500. It is a torch red 2020 Corvette Stingray Coupe. The General Motors president says he will drive it, leading the field to the green flag. This is the 17th time a Corvette has served as a pace car. And the Masters tournament is still on, but there won't be fans there this year. The club decided today to ban spectators at the tournament, set to be played 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. The Masters was moved from April to November because of the pandemic. Officials say all tickets will be honored for next April. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
Check out more podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.
allindianapodcastnetwork.com.